Oh boy, it's that time again. Are you as excited as I am? I thought so. Time for another rendition of the biggest East Coast not. Don't take it seriously, I don't. Another rendition of the Metro Richmond area, or is it Metro Richmond ARES net? I never get that right. Why did they change that? Anyways, it's almost net time. My cup's empty.
Good evening. This is Kilo Oscar for Kilo Alpha Delta with the Metro Richmond area net for Thursday, May 16, 2024. Your net control station this evening is Kilo Oscar for Kilo Alpha Delta. My name is Randy, and I am the net manager for this particular net. If at any time during this net you should need to relay emergency traffic, please use the word break, and the net will yield for your traffic and assist in any way that we can. Metro Richmond area is part of the ARRL and the Virginia Section ARES program. This net meets weekly on Thursday at 1900 on this 145430 repeater. The purpose of this net is for training and announcements for the amateur radio community with the emphasis on emergency communication. We ask that all participating stations follow standard net procedures that would be used during an active emergency net. There is no requirement to be an ARES member. All amateurs who are within range of this repeater, regardless of location or affiliation, but must
the heck? Why didn't somebody say something?
Okay, I will be taking check-ins in 2 groups. They will be mobile and portable stations, and then all other stations. When checking in, I only need your call sign phonetically with the proper IDU alphabet and your first name. I'll get your location and a signal report from you when I call back on you for comment. If you are ARES or Skywarn or any kind of MCOM official, please identify yourself as such when you check in. So with that said, I'm going to let it drop for a minute, and then we will start with check-in. Okay, this is Kilo Oscar 4 Kilo Alpha Delta with the Metro Richmond area net, looking for any mobile and portable stations that would like to check in. Please call now. This is Kilo Delta 6 Foxtrot Mike. Run, Romeo Oscar November. Is Kilo Oscar 4 Uniform Oscar Romeo Scott. Is Kilo Quebec 4 Mike Echo Foxtrot Mark. This is Kilo Quebec 4 Papa Juliet Alpha Kenny in and out. This is Kilo Bravo 2 Oscar Yankee India Rob in Verona. This B4 Zulu Alpha Kilo John. This is Kilo Oscar 4 Romeo November Hotel Ron King William in and out. This is Kilo Quebec 4 Papa Charlie Micah in and out.
Sorry for the noise.
Cheers. Kilo Charlie 4. Victor Golf Romeo.
You must be new to this game.
This is Kilo Oscar 4 Romeo Mike Victor. PJ Henrico.
Are these all portables and mobiles? Wow.
Alright, Nettle. That is quite a list for mobile and portable. I think that's the most I've ever had.
No kidding.
So it looks like we got a good
What's wrong with you guys?
going on this evening.
Go home.
Okay. Nick Control recognizes KDFFM. Or KD6FFM, I'm sorry. KO4UOR. KQ4MEF. KQ4PJA. I believe he was in and out. KB2OYI. Could hear you in
crazy notifications.
This is
Is that Don trying to check in?
Kilo 4 Echo X-ray X-ray K4EXX Dollar. Net hold. Net control recognizes Kilo 4 Echo X-ray X-ray, and then somebody else was trying to get in with a correction and got doubled with, so please call back. This is Kilo Quebec 4, Papa Charlie with me, in and out. Roger, Roger. Thank you for that correction. Kilo Quebec 4, Papa Charlie Whiskey, and we've got you marked as in and out. Thank you, and hope you check in again next week. All right. So we got quite a list built up here. I have one mobile station, so I'm going to go ahead and call him for comments before we get to the rest of our check-ins. So the topic tonight was, do you have any kind of 72-hour emergency kit? That is what FEMA and the Red Cross recommend, to have a minimum of 72 hours. And then my other question for the evening, the HF bands, they have been absolutely terrible for at least a week now. I've got like S5 noise on pretty much all of them. They seem to do a little better in the evening, but for the most part, they're pretty bad. So I was curious as to what everybody does that works HF. How do you adjust for that? What things do you do differently? So with that, let me pick up our mobile station Carol for Victor Golf Romeo. Need your name, signal report, any comments you have, sir?
People with VGR mobile, and let's see, Staples Mill, and at the Kroger, checking gas prices. I do have an emergency kit and a emergency med kit go bag. So with that, back to net control. Oh, by the way, name is Bill. Bravo India Lima Lima. Here is Kilo Charlie 4, Victor Golf Romeo.
All right, Bill, thank you for those comments, and I corrected your call time. I've got Kilo Charlie 4, Victor Golf Romeo, and we appreciate you checking in. Don't believe I've heard you on the net before, but I could be wrong. But we hope you'll come back and check in every week with us, same time, same frequency. Thanks again for those comments. All right, let me let the repeater drop for a minute.
Are you counting?
All right, this
Wasn't
is
a whole
Kilo
minute.
Oscar for Kilo Alpha Delta with the Metro Richmond Aries net. I'll begin taking check-ins now from all other stations. If you would like to check into the Metro Richmond Aries net, please call now. Just need your call sign and your first name. Go ahead, please.
I'm so tempted to call now.
KK4 SHO Andrew.
Net control. This is William Kilo 4 Alpha Romeo X-ray. Now.
This is Whiskey 4 Romeo Tango Hotel 5. This is
Sorry about that.
Whiskey 4 Papa Kilo Romeo
Jim or Juliet?
Alright, net hold, net hold. Alright, net recognizes KK4SHO, K4ARX, W4RTH, and W4PKR. I'm going to go ahead and get started with comments because we got a pretty good list built up. And we'll check back at the bottom of the tower and see if anybody else is out there. So with that said, let me go up to the top of the list. KD6 Foxtrot Foxtrot Mike. Name, location, signal report, please, and any comments. This is KD6FFM. I have your monitor. I am Washington Henrico. I have no traffic. I do have a gold kit, and I don't do HF. I only do VHF. KD6FFM, K4KAD. Thank you for those comments, Ron, and you are loud and clear into the repeater tonight. So we thank you for checking in, and we look forward to you checking in every week with us. All right, next, KO4UOR. Name, location, signal report, and your comments, sir. KO4UOR. My name is Scott, and I'm in the backyard in Western Henrico. Read you loud and clear. Before I forget to mention it, we are having a Richmond area simplex net tomorrow night at 9 on 146490. Simplex net tomorrow, frequency 146490 at 9 p.m. So if you're allowed to stay up late, join us. Let's see.
What?
I do not have a 72-hour survival kit, and yeah, the fans have been in really poor shape. I've only made a couple of contacts, one or two for POTA, and then one was a 10-minute QSO on 20 meters on Sunday morning. So I was really surprised at that. Anyway, get out and play radio this weekend. KO4UOR. Back to net control. KO4UOR, KO4KAD. Thank you for those comments, Scott. Yeah, I'm kind of jealous. I should have set up in the backyard and done this. You called in mobile or portable, I mean, I was like, man, I bet he's out taking a walk or doing something nice. It's so nice outside. Thank you for checking in. All right, let's move on down to KQ4MES. Your name, location, and your comment, signal report. You know the drill.
6137 Carolina box number 3 is covered by set off, showing okay.
Thought I heard the railroad.
My name is Mike. My name is Mark. during the day. So, outside of that, I will go ahead and turn it back over to you. This is KQ4MES. I'll be listening.
All right, Mark, thank you for those comments. And yeah, you kind of surprised me too when you checked in as portable. So, then I thought, well, maybe he's out in the RV somewhere. But, yeah. Next time I have to do this, I am definitely going to set up outside if the weather isn't like this. I should have thought about it earlier. But thanks for checking in. Thanks for your comments. And we look forward to hearing you again next week, if not sooner. All right, let's move down. Okay, our next station, KQ4PJA, was in and out. So that puts us at my buddy KB2OYI. Good to hear you in here. Your name, location, signal report, and any comments you have, sir. KB2OYI on a freshly charged battery handheld, and read you loud and clear here in Salina. Not much to offer in terms of go kits. I've got a lot of pieces and parts that can be assembled on the go if need be. I need to get that a little more streamlined. But HF, I was trying to work a special event I work every year that goes towards a certificate that I like to get every year, but unfortunately I wasn't able to do that last weekend. I'm kind of a HF paper chaser. It's kind of my deal on ham radio. But oh well, we'll live to work HF another day, I guess. That's all I got, Randy. You got your hands full tonight. What a great turnout for you. Keep up the great work, and we will QSO soon enough down the road. Be well, my friend. KB2OI, back to you. Yeah, KB2OI, KO4K. Thank you, Rob. Really appreciate you checking in and everything that you do for just the ham community in general. Your station sounds great tonight. So I'm glad you're outside enjoying the weather. And sorry about the not being able to make that contact. Yeah, I'm probably not as big into it as you are, but it is cool working those special event stations and getting that that card in the mail. So I'm sorry that didn't work out. And yeah, I Okay, well, now I'm even more confused. Because if you're getting into it and people are telling you that you're full quieting and you're hearing them, I assume, correct?
It is confusing.
Yeah, touche. That doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? All right, so I will sometimes get a little bit with a lot of static. However, most of the time I'm not getting them, including the tones. I'll give maybe one tone out of the whole tone that comes through.
What?
Okay, roger that. Yeah, that makes a little more sense. Didn't quite get it at first. My guess, PJ, based on what we talked about the other day, is your antenna probably just isn't quite high enough. I don't remember how much power you said you were pushing, but that's a pretty good little stretch. And then that repeater, if I remember correctly, they turned the power down on it because they were having some issues with it that didn't seem to appear when they cut it back to 20 or 25 watts as opposed to 50. So, yeah, I would say get the antenna up higher and bump up your power over.
Yeah, Roger, I'll work on getting that antenna higher, and I did hear that they did reduce the power. So, all right, I appreciate it. Sorry to tie up the net.
No, not at all. That's what it's here for. I
To tie
know
up?
quite a few other people that aren't far from you. Just a mile up 301 that can't get into that machine either. And I guess it's terrain or their particular station, whatever. But anyway, thanks for checking in. We look forward to you checking in next week with us. All right, we'll move it on down. The next check-in was K4EXX. Name, location, received signal report, and your comments for the net.
Good evening, Randy, and everybody on the net. This is K4EXX over here in Chester, and I'm Don. Talking about the 3-day supplies you're talking about. That's what we used to call a bug out bag. Well, at my age, I can't bug or out either one. So I'm going to do what's called
William?
shelter in place. I do every now and then. I order one of these square buckets with the red top that has I don't know, 40 different kinds of meals in each bucket. I'm trying to get me enough of those to where if I had to, I could survive for maybe 2 or 3 years. Because I think if we had a nuclear winter or something, it would take 3 years for it to clear up, maybe. But that's a long way off. For the HF stuff, I don't have anything that I'm broadcasting with or receiving with, except handy copies. And I can't do HF, so I'm kind of left out to just listen to other people talk about it. It's something I hope to do someday. But anyway, now what everybody is doing on the net tonight, it's really good turnout. Break for a second. We have a Chesterfield net on Tuesday night at 9 o'clock, and I think we had about 7 people last time. So, I mean, could have had more, but I think we're somewhere around 7. So, you're doing really great tonight, doing a wonderful job. All right, 73 to everybody. Hope you enjoy the dry weather while we've got it. I think the rain's coming this weekend. Back to net.
Hey, K4EXX. Thanks for those comments, Don. Yeah, as soon as I got home from work today, I cut my Yes, sir.
Good evening. Name is Andrew. Located over here in Midlothian, Virginia, just off of Lux Lane, near 288. Please read you loud and clear for the repeater. Had a good day at work today. Got recognized for going above and beyond the call of duty, and also applying for jobs right now. Trying to do something a little bit different than what I'm used to. So that's all I really have. Good to hear everybody on the net. As everybody else said, a really good turnout tonight, and hope to do it again soon. 73, KK4SHO.
KK4SHO, KO4KAD. Well, congratulations, Andrew, on that recognition. It's nice when your employer does actually recognize going above and beyond. And I know that you do that anyways because I know you volunteer with the Richmond Flying Squad. And I think the last time I heard you talk about that, you were having to do so with somebody else, and I actually Googled it, looked it all up.
That'd be me.
That is really, really cool what you do and what the Richmond Flying Squad does. I'm kind of interested in it myself at this point. So thank you for your service with that. All right, we'll move on down to K4ARX. You know the drill, sir. Name, location, signal report, and any comments.
Net control, K4ARX. William here, Chaco Valley. Your signal is loud and clear. I know the drill, and I have the bit. I do not have a 72-hour kit, and I do not listen to HF except for 10 meters. I'm scanning it every day. Don't hear a thing, but that's probably because I just started during the solar flares last weekend. So far, no good. Back to you. Net control, K4ARX.
K4ARX, KO4KAD. Yes, 10 meters is dead, just like the rest of them.
Yeah.
10 meters have been, man, when 10 meters opens up, and it's opened up quite a few times lately, it's really, really good. I don't do too much 10 meter tap down.
It'd be fun, though.
But sideband for sure. And like I said, when it opens up, it's open. And it is good. Today I tried on 28 4, I think it was 420, to catch a station in Florida, and I couldn't even get to Florida. I mean, and the way
I missed that.
my antenna is oriented, I transmit more north and south. Florida, I can hit Florida usually with like no power, and I can't hear Florida or get to Florida currently. So yeah, and thanks for your comments, William. Look forward to you checking in next week. Takes us down to W4RTH. Name, location, received signal report. Any comments?
And everyone on the net, name is Bob. Location Hanover, Virginia, of course. And you're loud and clear coming into Hanover.
checking in. Hope to hear you next week, if not before. That takes us to the bottom of the list. Let's see, W4PKR, name, location, single report, and your comments, sir.
Good evening, Randy. Here's Jim, Juliet, India, Mike. As you know, good evening to everyone on the net. You're coming in full fighting, as is almost everybody else. And so I'm back, obviously, and if you need me to fill in, I don't know which one of you took my place last Thursday, but let me know, and I'll give you some benefit, whoever it was. As for a 72-hour go kit, I don't, but my apartment here is all electric, so I went out and bought myself a dual burner propane portable stove and a couple of cans of propane, small cans, you know. So if the power does go out for a short period of time, I can still cook and, you know, make some soup or something. But I'm woefully unprepared, which is embarrassing for somebody who's a weekly or a monthly net control for an area event. Anyway, with that, I'll send it back to KO4KAD, Randy, and the net. This is W4PKR.
W4PKR, K4KAD. Well, Jim, you get props for admitting that you are woefully unprepared. Um, I guess you know what you need to do, but yeah, that stove, that's cool. I mean, you know, I think that, so they have they of course list a long list of supplies for your 72-hour kit. But, you know, for me, the primaries are, of course, food and water, any medicines that you may need, a few other things. But, yeah, so, you know, you've got the food covered, and hopefully you've got some stored water around. And if you get in the spot, holler at me, I'll help you out. All right, and that goes for anybody. I got way past the bottom of the hour, so let me back up here for a minute. This is KO4KAD with the Metro Richmond Aries net. If there's anyone else out there that would like to check in, please do so now.
This is KQ4LYL Jeff. He is
Thank you.
Whiskey 4 Mike Alpha Fox. Mike, currently mobile. Leaving the short pump area, got you loud and clear, 5x9 plus 60. This is Kilo November 4, Echo Mike Kilo, Gavin, Lakeside.
All right, net hold. All right, we picked up 3 more stations. That's good. I'm going to start with our mobile station first, so he doesn't get out of range. I think that's a familiar voice, but I'm not so sure. W4MAF, I need your name, because I'm not quite sure who you are. Location and a signal report.
Right.
And your comments for the next sir.
Well, my Dakota brother, this is W4MAF Mike. Currently heading towards Louisa. Like I said, I got you 5x9 plus 60, but that's going to go away soon. And always like conversing with you, especially
And he dipped right out.
So it's really good to hear about the HF bands. I thought they would have cleared up by now. I'm bringing my buddy Hex to that park since it's going to rain, and I have a really nice dry place, and I don't have to set up a tent. I'm going to spend day and night, and then Sunday morning activating photos. So I guess I ought to. That's why I'm heading out to Louise. I left my mask there. I mean, every little bit helps, right? So that buddy Hex, that'll do a better job for me than my NFED, but I'll be doing the NFED on 40, so I fully expect that I'll get to work you, and I guess I'll have to ping you so you know I'm out there. But that's about it. Really enjoyed hearing everyone on. This is W4MAF. Thanks a lot. Back to net.
W4MAF KO4KD. Yeah, it's really good to hear your voice, Mike. It's been too long. And I know you've got, things going on that keep you away from the radio. But we all miss you for sure. And good luck with the POTA this weekend. Because, yeah, it's been, I think I worked a guy yesterday in Texas on 40 meters. I think that was the only POTA contact report and your comments.
KO4KAD, K4UMK. Name here is Gavin. I'm in Lakeside in Raccoon County, region 5, clear. As for the topic, I don't have like a go bag, but I'm definitely prepared. I've got all the radios you could ever need and one probably don't want. But nothing much outside of 2 meters and 70 centimeters. This shed that I'm currently on, I'm in the shack right now because my tone remote controller, for my tone remote control system that I usually am on, decided it wanted to die the other night. So that was partly the reason why we were getting interference on some of the other nets. It was me. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I fixed it. It's dead now, so it's probably not going to come back to life. But yeah, no, I've got every radio that I could possibly need for Armageddon. They don't see much use, but they're there. I do have a battery backup system in the house as well as a diesel generator under the house, so in case something happens, I do have that preparedness ready. But yeah, nothing like I said, nothing HF yet. That's still water that I'm not treading yet. So anyway, that's all from me. I hope everybody else is doing fine here on the net, and appreciate you being in the other side. And I'll turn it back to you with the KM4EMK subject.
KN4EMK, KO4KAD. Thank you for those comments, Gavin. And diesel generator under the house. That sounds
Dangerous.
interesting. I do have a panel, a generator panel wired in, and I have a portable gasoline generator that is, I think, gosh, now I can't remember, somewhere around 10,000 watts. It'll run the whole house. And I have gasoline stored to go a week for sure. But I do have to roll it out of my garage, take it around back, and plug it in, and then switch panels. But the diesel one, that's especially being under the house. I'd like to hear more about that at some point. That sounds pretty cool. Lauren, go ahead and announce since you checked in tonight. Most of you know that KM4, K, and L will be moving out of state, and will not be able to do net control for this net after next week. And Gavin, KN4EMK, has stepped up to take Larry's place, so that will
Good for you, Gavin.
And I hope everybody just welcomes him aboard. I'm sure everybody will.
Welcome aboard.
He does have a pretty good background in net control, dispatch, that type of thing. So I think he's going to be a good fit. All right, let me let it drop. Alright, this is Kilo Oscar 4, Kilo Alpha Delta with the Metro Richmond ARES net. I'm going to make one more call for check-ins. Anybody last minute want to check into the Metro Richmond ARES net, please call in.
Whiskey Alpha 4, Mike Golf Alpha, Brewer.
All right, everybody behave. Trustees on board.
For Mike Alpha Fox, Mr. Brewer got a comment talking about HF.
You don't mind 4, Whiskey Sierra Echo, KM4, WSE.
Alright, net hole. That last station, can you give me your call sign again?
Just wanted to say hey, and I'm going to get out of here. I got back to net control W4MGA.
Well, thank you for checking in, bro. I know exactly where you're at, and you're moving in here. I got you 60 over. So I appreciate you checking in. We appreciate, as always, your contributions to this repeater and just the amateur radio community as a whole. Thank you. And hope to hear you next week, too. All right. W4MAF, recognize with your recheck, sir.
Brewer, I want to try, after I'm done here, to work you on 146.52, since I'm heading in that direction. I wanted to mention, you know, in the past few months, I've been more and more glued to, before an activation for SOTA or POTA, the Space Weather Prediction Center. And I know that became hugely popular last week. I'm a fan of their 3-day forecast. They've actually got a 20
Loud and clear, lady.
forecast. Not that you can count on that, but you know, that's how I was saying, hey, the rest of this week is going to improve. And I'll go ahead and say maybe this is changing, you know, within 24 hours, but they were calling for today some G2 and G1 activity that, yes, it impacts the HF bands, but I always thought I could work what I needed. But tomorrow is looking totally clear. There's nothing that's G-rated, no G1, it's all under. So I just thought I'd bring that up, and don't forget about Miss Scobie, the space weather lady. I know she only goes on every 2 or 3 or 4 days, but she also gives you an idea of what to expect. So just want to mention it. Back to net, W4MAF.
I always thought it was Tabitha Scove, not Tabitha Scovey.
W4MAF, thank you for those comments, Mike. I hope they were right. Believe me. You know, I definitely hooked on photo hunting, and it has just been terrible. I had a goal, I'm almost at 1,000 QSOs, and it kind of messed me up as to when I'm going to be able to achieve that, I think, because of the way the band's been lately. So I hope you're right, and I'm going to look into that myself now that you gave that information. So thank you. Let's move down to KM4WSE. I need your name again, your location, signal report. Any comments for the next?
Roughly towards the direction of K4 ARES, but it catches the repeater pretty well. So I basically this is here. Getting on out coming out should be fairly good. Repeater. Comments wise, this week I have just installed a 4 meter dipole. All here I have on the property. The antenna analyzer says otherwise high, but yeah, I'm off to Ireland for the next few days, so I won't have a chance to put it and get it into order. But when I do get back, and to meet up with very much get one. Serious when I get back, once the build a 2 or 3 of them cubicle quad when it comes to it. I wasn't planning the rest of the net, but that'll be the activities here for the next little while. But other than that, I'll miss the next few nets until early July.
Thank you for checking in and for your comments. It sounds like you're going to have a pretty nice HF setup, and hopefully the bands will have improved by that time. Thanks,
don't do that. They just fixed the darn thing.
Okay, KO4KAD with the Metro Richmond area net. I did want to make an announcement that the Special Olympics, they're doing their event again, and they need operators to work the event. It's going to be Friday, June 7th and Saturday, June 8th at the University of Richmond. If you would like any more information or to sign up to work the event, from what I gather, even if you can only work, an hour or two, they can probably fit you in, and all you will need is a HT, and I think they're using UHF as opposed to VHF, so a HT that will do UHF. You can reach out to Golf 4 India November Whiskey, that's Kilo Golf 4 India November Whiskey. Look him up on QRV, his email. I do not have that, unfortunately. And his name is Darren Faulty. And let's go through the list here. Okay, we've got other local areas of income that's been called during the week. Monday nights at 1900, the Powhatan Area Net meets on the 147.315 repeater with a positive offset and a PL of 74.4. Also on Monday nights, the Richmond County MCOM net meets at 2000 hours on the 147.270 repeater with a positive offset and a PL of 203.5. Tuesday nights, Dinwiddie County ARES net meets at 1900 hours on a 147.390 repeater with a positive offset and a PL of 74.4. I'm going to let it drop. Also on Tuesday nights, the Chesterfield ARES net meets at 2100 hours. It's called by David KN4LQN on the 147.360 repeater with a positive offset and does not require a tone. Also for WinLink people, Tuesday, please check into the Chesterfield County ARES WinLink net. More information is available at chesterfieldares.us website. Wednesdays all day long, you can check into the WinLink Wednesday net by sending a WinLink message to David, KN4LQN at winlink.org. And then on Wednesday night, at 2000 hours, the Tri-State MCOM net meets on the 147.390 repeater with a positive offset and a PL of 74.4. Okay, this is Kilo Oscar 4 Kilo Alpha Delta. So again, we had 20 check-ins tonight. We'll now proceed to close the net, but before I do, I'd like to thank all those stations who participated. Some really good comments tonight, and the stations that stood by to give us time for the net. I would like to thank the MRA group for the use of this repeater, and the Metro Richmond ARES net is now closed, and this repeater is returned to regular amateur radio use. 73, everyone. This is Kilo Oscar 4, Kilo Alpha Delta, and I'm clear.
That's that. That was a big net.
KO4KAD, KQ4LYL.
KQ4LYL, go ahead.
Hey, I was looking up KQ4IMW on QRZ.
reach out about the event to volunteer for?
Maybe I said that wrong. It's KG4INW, and I'm gonna look it up now too, just to confirm that that's correct. Over.
Did I say that name correctly? I'm looking at KG4INW. Maybe I misspoke there, but yeah. Don't see any info on QRZ, but let me know if you do find out. I'll hang that for a second.
Thank you for India.
Who dat?
Yeah, KG4MEF recognized.
Yeah, I think I saw something on the RAS website, or maybe it's the RARC website about the event, and it did have the contact information on it. But I couldn't tell you what it was. I remember seeing it, and I was going to try to help out with it, but I will be on vacation, so I can't do the. I think there's something on like the 4th, and then there's something that next weekend, which I think is the Special Olympics event. I can't do either one because I won't be in town, but I did think I saw it out there.
Hi, Mark. Thank you for those comments. Jeff, if you're still there, I am looking it up as we speak, and I will have it for you here, hopefully, in just a minute.
KQ4LYL. Sounds good. I'll stand by. K4KD, KQ4LYL. I see on the RASNet. Volunteers needed. Virginia Special Olympics Summer Games, June 7 and 8. Says if you're available,
Sorry about that.
contact Darren Faulkner via email, and it looks like it is Darren L. Faulkner at gmail.com.
Roger. Okay, good deal. Yeah, because I just pulled him up on QRZ, and you are correct. His email is not listed on QRZ. So, thank you for that. And, yeah, because I'm interested in doing it as well. All right, Jeff, well, thanks for checking in and for catching that mistake that I made. Because I just assumed his email was good on QRZ. That's what I get for assuming. Anyway, yeah, good to hear you tonight. KQ4LYL is scale for KAD 73.
Yeah, not a problem with that. I'm interested in volunteering. That's why I wanted to clarify and get you information as I could. So, no harm, no foul, not upset at all. It's all good. Hey, 7-3 to you as well. KO4KAD, this is KQ4LYL. Clear.
W4RTH, KO4KAD.
So tempted to stop recording.
Not to hold you, Randy, because I guess you get tired of talking. Might need to drink some water. Yeah, those contacts I was talking to you about on 15, they were on the 9th of May, an RA3 RCL in Moscow, 5-7. First was 12:10 p.m. Hungary was 12:40 p.m. and Finland OH6RM was on the 9th at 1:25 p.m. And that was on 21-295. And let me see, 21-273
was Hungary, and 21-3-27 was Moscow.
Okay, roger that. Well, yeah, I'm gonna look at that when I get off early tomorrow, like I think I may. I'm gonna check out 15, and hopefully Mike was correct that the bands are gonna improve. I'm looking at my logbook now. The only out of the country contacts I've made in a week was into Canada, which is I seem to do pretty well getting into Canada anyways. So that was a real surprise, and that was on 20 meters. But everything else has been, well, here in the States. But yeah, I've been really struggling. Yeah, the bands has just been terrible. It's I've only been a ham about 4 years, but I've never seen anything like this. And hope I don't ever again. Over.
Yeah, it's a bad sunspot cycle. It's real strong this year. And hopefully we're at the end of the cycle now, at the beginning of the cycle. Hopefully it'll come back down on the other side and open back up. And then one more day before yesterday on the 15th. On the 15th I made another St. Petersburg, Russia, RW1A on 21-3-06 at 12:27. So like I say, between 11 and 1, seems like Russia's in and Hungary on 15. So I just wanted to throw it out there in case you bands are messy and squirrely. I seem to be doing pretty good on 15, but everything else, like has been pretty well dead. So anyway, yeah, the Buckmaster 40-6 in the attic seems to be doing a real good job. I don't know whether they're going to put it in the next side into or not.
Yeah, roger that. Completely understand. How far out? So, have you made it into Asia?
Yeah, when 10 meters was open, about a month ago, maybe? You probably familiar, I can't remember when it was, about a month and a half ago. Yeah, I made it all over into Spain, Italy, all over into Europe. Not Asia, per se. The farthest I got was, like I say, Russia on 15, and then when 10 was opened up, went into Europe, but haven't gotten into Asia yet that I can remember. But I like 10 meters most of the time. When it's open, it's open. You make contacts all over the place. Back in 1999 and 2000 on 10 meters and 100 watts, I made a contact in Japan and a contact in Russia. I got a QSL card from both of those places back in 1999 and 2000.
Okay, yeah, roger that. Yeah, I've worked Russia once, maybe twice. I'd have to look through my logbook. I've pretty much worked all over Europe. I can't get into Asia or even like the Middle East. I can sometimes on the digital mode, like VAR AC, but I can't But eventually I'll probably get another antenna and get it up higher. And this hobby is you can just keep on going and going. And but anyways, thanks for the info. And yeah, I'm gonna jump off of here. Yeah, I'm talked out. W4RTH, KO4KAD. 73 Bob, and hope to talk to you later.
Are they done? Okay.